Welcome and thank you for joining us. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Naureen. Today we have brought up and trending news from across the nation and the world. Let's begin with the headlines. Biden pledges to designate Kenya as non-NATO ally during Ruto visit. US will announce $275 million more in artillery and ammunition for Ukraine, officials say. Government sues Ticketmaster owner and asks court to break up company's monopoly on live events. Trump claims if elected, Putin will release jailed reporter Evan Gershkovich for me. Nikki Haley says she will be voting for Trump. Dr. Mufti Ansarul Karim Azhari raised a bill in Parliament to protect religious equal interests and providing halal food for Muslim students in all schools in New York State. 5 people shot to death in Chester, Pennsylvania shooting at a workplace, DA says. Stage collapse at a campaign rally in northern Mexico kills at least 9 people and injures 121. UK parties hit campaign trail as polls battle starts. Russia passes decree to allow seizure of US assets. Nadal faces Zverev at farewell French Open as Swiatek-Osaka eye clash. And significant milestone, Toronto getting first WNBA team outside US. You were listening to Headlines, now news in detail. President Joe Biden has pledged to designate Kenya as the country's first key non-NATO ally in sub-Saharan Africa as Kenyan President William Ruto makes a state visit to Washington, D.C. to deepen ties between the two nations. During a news conference at the White House on Thursday afternoon, Biden said he planned to work with Congress to give Kenya the largely symbolic title. That's a fulfillment of years of collaboration, the United States President said. Our joint counterterrorism operations have degraded ISIS and Al-Shabaab across East Africa. Our mutual support for Ukraine has rallied the world to stand behind the UN Charter, and our work together on Haiti is helping pave the way to reduce instability and insecurity. Currently, the US has 18 countries designated as non-NATO allies, including Israel, Brazil, and the Philippines. The label reflects Kenya's rise from a regional partner that has long cooperated with US counterterrorism operations on the continent to a global influence. Thursday's announcement came as Ruto and Biden held talks at the White House during the Kenyan leader's state visit to the US, which began earlier this week. The United States is expected to announce an additional $275 million in military aid for Ukraine on Friday as Kiev struggles to hold off advances by Russian troops in the Kharkiv region, two US officials said. This will be the fourth installment of military aid for Ukraine since Congress passed a long-delayed foreign aid bill late last month and comes as the Biden administration has pledged to keep weapons flowing regularly and to get them to the front lines as quickly as possible. The package includes high-mobility artillery rocket systems or HIMARS, munitions as well 155 mm and 105 mm high-demand artillery rounds, according to the two U.S. officials. Additional items in the aid package include Javelin and 84 anti-tank systems, anti-tank mines, tactical vehicles, small arms and ammunition for those weapons, one of the officials said. Both officials spoke on the condition of anonymity to provide details of the aid package before the public announcement. It follows a monthly gathering Monday of about 50 defense leaders from Europe and elsewhere who meet regularly to coordinate getting more military aid to Ukraine. At this latest meeting, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said Ukraine was in a moment of challenge due to Russia's new onslaught on Kharkiv, Ukraine's second-largest city. He pledged to keep weapons moving week after week. The Justice Department sued Ticketmaster and its parent company Thursday, accusing them of running an illegal monopoly over live events in America and asking a court to break up the system that squelches competition and drives up prices for fans. Filed in federal court in Manhattan, the sweeping antitrust lawsuit was brought with 30 state and district attorneys general and seeks to dismantle the monopoly they say is squeezing out smaller promoters, hurting artists and drowning ticket buyers in fees. Ticketmaster and its owner, Live Nation Entertainment, have a long history of clashes with major artists and their fans, including Taylor Swift and Bruce Springsteen. It's time for fans and artists to stop paying the price for Live Nation's monopoly, Attorney General Merrick Garland said. It is time to restore competition and innovation in the entertainment industry. It is time to break up Live Nation Ticketmaster. The American people are ready for it. The government accused Live Nation of a slew of tactics, including threats and retaliation, that Garland said has allowed the entertainment giant to suffocate the competition by controlling virtually every aspect of the industry, from concert promotion to ticketing. The impact on consumers is seen in an endless list of fees on fans, the Attorney General said. Former President Donald Trump on Thursday claimed he could get Russian President Vladimir Putin to free imprisoned Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich if elected, drawing a rebuke from President Joe Biden's campaign. Gershkovich will be released almost immediately after the election, but definitely before I assume office, Trump, the presumptive Republican presidential nominee, wrote in a post to his Truth Social platform. He will be home, safe, and with his family. Vladimir Putin, president of Russia, will do that for me, but not for anyone else, and we will be paying nothing. TJ Ducklew, a senior advisor to the Biden campaign, said that the former president doesn't give a damn about the innocent Americans unjustly imprisoned by Putin, citing Trump's repeated attacks on members of the press. Trump has called journalists enemies of the people and pledged to imprison reporters whose coverage he doesn't like, not all that dissimilar to what's happening right now to Evan Gershkovich in Russia, Ducklew said in a statement. He noted that Trump has said he turned down a deal to release former Marine Paul Whelan, who was arrested in 2018 on alleged suspicion of spying and sentenced to 16 years in prison. The U.S. government has said that Gershkovich and Whelan have been wrongly detained. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Former United Nations Ambassador Nikki Haley said Wednesday that she is planning to vote for former President Donald Trump in November despite her criticism of him during the campaign for the GOP presidential nomination. Haley made her first public appearance since dropping out of the presidential race with a speech on national security and foreign policy at the Hudson Institute in Washington, D.C. After the remarks, she took a question from a moderator on whether Trump or President Joe Biden would do a better job handling the issues. Trump has not been perfect on these policies. I have made that clear many times, Haley replied. But Biden has been a catastrophe, so I will be voting for Trump. Having said that, I stand by what I said in my suspension speech, Haley continued. Trump would be smart to reach out to the millions of people who voted for me and continue to support me and not assume that they are just going to be with him. And I genuinely hope he does that. Haley has continued to poll double-digit support against Trump in Republican primaries despite dropping out of the race for the GOP nomination after Super Tuesday. Before exiting the race, she called Trump diminished and unhinged and said he had changed since she first backed him for the presidency in the 2016 general election. Following the application of BAAG Advocacy Group and Muslim Lawyers Council, Dr. Mufti Ansarul Karim Azhari presented a bill in Parliament in Albany, New York State on Tuesday, May 21, to protect the religious equal interests, including Eid holiday, and providing halal food for Muslim students in all schools in New York State. The proposed bill lays emphasis on distribution of halal food in school, colleges, universities in light of Quran according to Islamic Sharia. The proposed bill was passed. Dr. Mufti Ansarul Karim Azhari said that he and his companions were given entry to the parliament on time after reaching the Capitol Hill by car with food in a very nice manner from the morning. He was very cordially entertained as a VIP in the lounge of the Honorable Speaker of the Parliament. Then he was escorted with great respect to the Honorable Speaker to deliver the parliamentary invocation speech with protocol. He also said that he has successfully delivered his third lecture in the US Parliament so far. He was truly moved to see the Honorable Speaker and members of Parliament stand and listen to his speech till he finished his full speech. He also said that Bilal Mosque has also been discussed in Parliament. Dr. Mufti Ansarul Karim Azhari is an international Islamic scholar, researcher, and a well-known community activist leader. He has been working for the welfare of the Muslim Ummah in the United States for a long time. Currently, he is the respected Khatib of Bilal Mosque and principal of Islamic School. This report was sent by Mr. Taufaddin Noor, CEO of Millennium TV USA and Millennium News 24.
That we are from the same source. We are one. We are from God. And we can live in harmony and peace. There's more commonalities that can unify us. My mosque, Bilal Mosque in Brooklyn in New York.
5 people were shot and 2 were killed after a workplace shooting Wednesday at Delaware County Lehman in Chester, Pennsylvania, according to the district attorney. In a press conference, District Attorney Jack Stelzheimer said a disgruntled employee walked into the linen shop and shot 5 co-workers. 2 of the victims were killed and 3 people were rushed to Chester Medical Center in serious condition. We have 2 individuals who have unfortunately lost their life just by showing up to work today by a disgruntled former employee, Stelzheimer said, and we have 3 other people who are at the hospital right now and we are all praying for them. The shooting happened around 8:30 a.m. on the 2600 block of West 4th Street. Investigators said it happened both inside and outside of the linen store. Stelzheimer said 1 person was killed inside the store and 1 outside. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for global updates. The collapse of a stage in heavy winds at a campaign rally in northern Mexico has killed at least 9 people, including a child, and injured 121, the governor of Nuevo Leon state said Thursday. The collapse occurred during an event Wednesday evening attended by presidential longshot candidate Jorge Alvarez Maínez, who ran to escape. Videos of the collapse on social media showed people screaming, running away, and climbing out from under metal poles. The victims will not be alone in this tragedy, Maínez told reporters Wednesday night, adding that he had suspended upcoming campaign events. Afterwards, soldiers, police, and other officials roamed the grounds of the park where the event took place, while many nearby sat stunned and haunted by the tragedy. In a video message, Nuevo Leon Governor Samuel Garcia, a leading member of Maínez Citizens Movement Party, said 94 of the injured were treated and released, but that 27 remained hospitalized. The state health authorities said a lot of the injuries involved skull fractures. Garcia said several victims were undergoing surgery and some appeared to be in critical condition. UK political leaders kicked off 6 weeks of campaigning Thursday, firing the first angry shots in their electoral battle before the country votes for a new government on July 4. Conservative Prime Minister Rishi Sunak ended prolonged speculation about the general election in a rain-soaked speech Wednesday outside Downing Street, which some took as an omen for his Conservatives' chances at the ballot box. Sunak hit the airwaves for a round of radio and television interviews before a whistle-stop tour of Britain to insist he was right to call the vote. But UK commentators were virtually unanimous in describing his decision to hold a vote 6 months before he has to as a gamble. I can't for the life of me imagine why he has done this, former Tory MP Matthew Parris wrote in the Times newspaper. The Conservatives have been in power since 2010, first with David Cameron as Prime Minister, then Theresa May, Boris Johnson and Liz Truss, and increasingly beset by scandal and ideological infighting with hardliners. Russian President Vladimir Putin on Thursday signed a decree allowing the confiscation of assets inside Russia belonging to the United States, its citizens and companies to compensate those hit by Western sanctions against Moscow. The West froze around 300 billion of Russian financial assets, mostly its central bank reserves, after Moscow ordered troops into Ukraine in February 2022, and the US Congress last month passed a bill that would allow President Joe Biden to use frozen Russian assets in the United States for a special fund to support Ukraine. The Russian decree will give Russian companies, organizations, and individuals that have been hit by sanctions the right to apply for compensation from the Russian government. The compensation would come in the form of US-owned assets such as real estate, companies, bank accounts, or shares based in Russia. Many Western companies have left Russia since it launched its offensive on Ukraine. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 18,236.64. The NYSE Composite is decreased by 101.27 points or 0.55%. Tokyo stock close price is 38,617.10. The Nikkei 225 index is decreased by 329.83 points or 0.85%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,158.54. The Shanghai index is increased by 0.57 points or 0.02%. Hong Kong stock close price is 19,195.60. The Hang Seng index is decreased by 25.02 points or 0.13%. Bombay stock close price is 74,221.06. The Sensex index is increased by 267.75 points or 0.36%. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Rafael Nadal will face world number 4 Alexander Zverev in a blockbuster first-round match at his farewell French Open, while women's champion Iga Swiatek and fellow four-time major winner Naomi Osaka are on a second-round collision course. Defending men's champion and 24-time Grand Slam champion Novak Djokovic will face French veteran Pierre-Hugues Herbert in his opener. Nadal, who has won Roland Garros on 14 occasions, is unseeded after injury saw his ranking plummet to 276. He and Zverev met in the semi-finals in 2022 when the German was forced to retire after suffering a serious ankle injury. Nadal, the winner of 22 Grand Slam titles, will turn 38 next week, and this season will be his last on tour. In the women's draw, top seed and world number 1 Swiatek will take on a qualifier, with Osaka facing Lucia Bronzetti of Italy in their openers before a potential second-round clash. Swiatek is bidding to win a 5th major and 4th French Open title. "It feels like home here," said Swiatek, who arrives at the tournament with clay court titles in Madrid and Rome under her belt. Former world number 1 Osaka, now ranked 134, has never got past the 3rd round in Paris. Bronzetti, the world number 48, has yet to win a main draw in 2 visits. Toronto has been awarded the first Women's National Basketball Association franchise outside the United States, with the expansion team to begin playing in 2026. At a news conference on Thursday, WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert said there is a rich history of women's basketball both in Canada and in Toronto, the country's largest city. "We know Toronto is a basketball city," Engelbert said. "We have seen time and time again that Toronto is home to dedicated and enthusiastic basketball fans." The announcement comes as the popularity of women's basketball, as well as women's sports in general, has surged in recent years in North America. The recent WNBA draft drew record-high viewership as 2.45 million people tuned in to watch U.S. college basketball superstar Caitlin Clark be selected first pick by the Indiana Fever. The league, which hosted its first game in 1997 as an offshoot of the Men's National Basketball Association, also has seen its overall viewership steadily increase. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Biden pledges to designate Kenya as non-NATO ally during Ruto visit. US will announce $275 million more in artillery and ammunition for Ukraine, officials say. Government sues Ticketmaster owner and asks court to break up company's monopoly on live events. Trump claims if elected, Putin will release jailed reporter Evan Gershkovich for me. Nikki Haley says she will be voting for Trump. Dr. Mufti Ansarul Karim Azhari raised a bill in Parliament to protect religious equal interests and providing halal food for Muslim students in all schools in New York State. 5 people shot to dead in Chester, Pennsylvania shooting at a workplace, DA says. Stage collapse at a campaign rally in northern Mexico kills at least 9 people and injures 121. UK parties hit campaign trail as polls battle starts. Russia passes decree to allow seizure of US assets. Nadal faces Zverev at farewell French Open as Swiatek-Osaka eye clash. And significant milestone, Toronto getting first WNBA team outside US. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our website. Our website address is www.millenniumnews24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all the TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jagu TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jagu BT Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.